Just checking out the back end here, see if we got sound and whatnot. This may take a couple minutes because, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, we got sound. Well, let's start this off the right way. Ladies, gentlemen, pronoun, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another live stream. And it's Remembrance Day, November 11th, 2024. And today is the day we honor our soldiers, both past and present, for their sacrifices and for their continued sacrifice in defense of our country, our rights, our freedoms, and our liberties. So, on behalf of the channel of Crazy Kid 949, I salute you all and thank you very much. Hey, John Lobley, how are you doing? Yeah, you're back. Yeah, are you on vacation or something? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Does England celebrate Remembrance Day or something? Well, I just hope you're doing all right, bud. Um, yeah, I didn't get any message back from. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't get any message back from Firmu about whether or not they approved the videos that I made, and I was like, "Listen, I got to put these up. You know, I got to put these up." So that's when I this morning I posted the unboxing video and the short video that I made for them, and here's hoping that that'll drive some sales and success for both them and my channel. So fingers crossed. Um, but oh yeah, gotta put these ones on. I had to use those ones there because I was reading some fine print stuff earlier, and these ones here I'm having just a tiny bit of adjustment problem reading fine print because the bifocal's not there. So I got older, need bifocals. These glasses didn't come with it, so and I always need to keep these other ones handy. So this way here I can, read them that important text that's in the smaller font. So yeah, that's cool. That's one of the things that Canada and UK and a few other countries around the world, we all celebrate the Remembrance Day to honor our soldiers on this day, and that's wonderful. Like coming from a family that my grandfather on my mom's side served in the military in World War II as an engineer, going ahead of the front lines. Like he was in front of the front lines, building bridges, destroying bridges. He faced a lot of the heavy stuff. He was one of um, seven soldiers that carried the bring gun. Hey, Kiki and Jasmine, how are you doing? And my mom told me about some of the stories about what he talked about when he came home from the war, and she said he was a whole lot different when he came home from the war. Like some of the things he had to do, there was some stories that he wouldn't tell anybody. He took them to his grave, and like as tough of a person he was when he came home on the family and stuff like that, I still have to salute him for putting his life on the line to protect our rights and freedoms back here in Canada. I always give more respect to the people that put themselves in danger so that other people don't have to face it, like police officers, um, first attendant workers, like first response attendant workers, firefighters. You know, those people there who put themselves into danger to take people out of it, they got all the respect out of me. And same thing with our military. I'm not a big proponent for going to war, but if we have to and we have to defend ourselves, I tip my hat to those people who join that willingly and, you know, basically say, hey, we won't put up with that. Yeah, that was, any battle is bad. Any battle is bad times, like, I don't know why so many people, uh, get off on the idea and the brutality of war. That's just it's one of those things I just don't get. I tried to join myself um, because I wanted to become a mechanic. I wanted to become an auto mechanic, and they had a great training program. And I failed to join because of a um, personal problem I was going through at the time. Ooh, yeah. Anytime in war is a bad time to be. Like my heart goes out to those people in Ukraine. You know, being pressured by the largest country in the world, and the surprising thing is they're holding their own. Like you got to give your hat, you got to tip your hat to them people in Ukraine. They're putting up a good defense. Now, I'm not saying one side is right, one side is wrong. I'm just saying, like if you're being bullied by the bigger guy and you're putting up a damn good defense, hey, cheers, bud. Yeah, yeah. The politicians just talk about it and get into it, but they never go. And that should change. That should change. There should be a United Nations ruling that if you're going to push your people into an armed conflict that could cost lives, you should be on the front lines too. Irregardless, if you're the one deciding it, you're the one going. If you're too scared to go and face the music yourself, don't play the song. It's just like a person was uh, when I was working at this one factory. This person was egging at me, and then I barked back at him. And he got mad, and I was like, "Hey, you don't like the game, or if you don't like the rules, don't play the game. And if you don't want to hear the engine rev, don't hit the gas pedal." Yeah, don't start the engine if you don't want to hear it rev. Plain and simple. But I let him get away with it for a little while. And I was like, no, we ain't playing this no more. And I let him have it. But I didn't physically get into it with him. But I battled back. I gave him a 1-2 verbal knockout. Yeah, yeah. If the king decided he wanted to go take that land, he was in charge. He was in the front line. Yep. Yeah. Fortunate Son sums it right up. But I was thinking about it when I was outside having a smoke. Um, I was thinking about what was going on with my channel lately, and like I just dipped down below the 4,000 watch hours like I knew I would this month. I thought it was going to happen earlier, but it waited till like yesterday. I dipped down below the 4,000 watch hours, and I got thinking about it when I was outside. I was like, with all the copyright issues that I face, I face either block worldwide, shared uh, ad revenue, completely no revenue from the, like, they take the entire revenue from that video, or they get cleared out. With all the videos that I've been making lately, if it keeps on this track, the way things are going, with the number of videos that are getting blocked worldwide, and I have to work on I have to dispute the claims and wait the 30 days. I figure by the time I get done the videos to finish off the month of November, I'll probably have enough um, disputed videos to fill up January. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Because I did like 25 videos and 16 of them were blocked worldwide, and I was like, oh, shit, it's you just got to keep going, keep going, keep going to try to find those ones that you can put in place. But I'm doing what I can to fill in November. I've already got all the way from December 1st to Christmas Eve already planned out. I'm just waiting for some copyrights to get filtered off from there. But yeah, it's an interesting thing having a reaction channel, because you gotta wait for so long for some videos, for some songs, and it's ridiculous. Some of the songs that get copyrighted, get blocked worldwide. Why are you sitting in the shed? Don't you have the keys to the house? Well, that's like, if you're talking RJ, he's got another channel. It's just I wish there was some way that he could. There was a warning, like, hey, are you seriously not? Are you seriously thinking about deleting your channel? Yeah, I promise not to laugh, but I don't find being cold and bored too funny. Like, especially when there's so many other things you can do. Oh, you mean that guy who said he took it down by himself, but YouTube ended up taking it down for him? Yeah, that guy there. No, he's already got 2 or 3 other channels. But yeah, just one of those things, like, I yeah, and he has a propensity. He wants to build his channel to 100,000 subscribers, but, and don't get me wrong, I love RJ like a brother. Okay, he has also that propensity that he wants to build it fast. He wants to build it, and he knows that the drama of that other person's channel is going to lure in subscribers. But if those subscribers aren't watching your videos, you're still not doing anything. You're still not getting your foot one after the other and making those strides. The people that are subscribed to your channel, if they're not watching your videos, your hours watched just and if you keep changing your content, then the people who subscribe for A content, like content style A, when they start seeing content style B, they're going to walk away. Even if you go back to content style A, they're still not going to watch, because they've already said, okay, I've given up on this person. So then they go over to content style, and he goes over to content style C, And now all of a sudden, the people in content style A and B are disappointed and they leave. You can't. You got to have a continuous, constant flow of the same style of content if you want to be able to make sure that that one foot goes in front of the other. Otherwise, it's just one foot in front of the other and then two steps back, just like that Paula Abdul song. Oh, that sucks. Well, they don't call them scaredy cats for no reason. You know, I had a cat one time that was scared of mice. I wasn't. I just reached down and pick it up, throw it out in the field. I didn't care. I used to pick up mice on my way to public school. Like we had about a mile walk to go to public school throughout the town. Like we lived on one side of the town and the public school was on the other side of the town. And I had to walk there. And on my way there, I'd stop off at my friend Jerry's place. And then we cut through the field. And when we cut through the field, I looked down, there'd be a mouse right there. I just pick it up and I'd pet it on the way through and I'd drop it off at the other end of the field. I'll bet that messed that mouse right up. Like I was way over there just a minute ago. Now I'm like too far away from where I want to be. And I'll bet it took him all day, all the rest of the day while I was in school to get back there. So, yeah, mice don't scare me. Oh, cute. Go over there. Go play. Um, what you could do, Nicole, is if you have a piece of wood about that long, take some duct tape, okay, go around once, twist it so this way here now the sticky stuff's on the outside, then go around it a couple times, put a little bit of peanut butter on that, and put it down on the floor. When the mouse comes over, he'll stick to it. Then all you got to, then he'll just stay in that one spot. Yeah, I would just, wrap a 2x4 or something like that if you can find one with duct tape, put a little peanut butter on it, put it down. They won't be able to resist the peanut butter. They'll get on that sticky stuff and they won't be able to move. Yeah, I've got probably about 16 or 18 excuse me 16 or 18 videos that I'm waiting for the copyrights to clear off before I can put them into order. It's proving to be like an all day venture to try to find one or two songs that I could put into schedule. But yeah, I just wish that I'm gonna see if I can put a message out to RJ, see if he'll come up, promote his new channel again. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a certain sound wave that will detract the any kind of rodent, whether it be mouse, rat, squirrel, uh, muskrat, even bats. It'll basically mess with their head and they just won't come near it. Yeah, yeah. They find a hole, you know, literally less than the size of a dime, they're in. Um, and they'll actually chew through insulation to get in. Like, it's nuts. So what I normally do when I was doing like when I was helping people with their houses, to help people with fixing houses and stuff like that. Whenever I have to do that alone, if I ever had to do any like work around a hole that goes outside, I would blow a little bit of cayenne pepper in the hole and then fill it with the foamifil. So that's why you hear the cayenne pepper, as soon as they eat that, it just destroys their taste buds. Like, it just completely, the smell of it alone makes them not want to be anywhere near it. So, maybe you could do that and then put steel wool in there, because they don't like the texture of steel wool. Steel wool, it's like um, apparently it's like chewing on batteries, like 9-volt batteries. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the foamifil. Make sure you get the low E foamifil, because if you get the high E foamifil, it'll split the lumber. There was a study and a test done on high E foamifil, the stuff from the can. And what they did was they got a concrete cinder block, and then they put it on top of a fresh batch of concrete. They put that down, and then uh, put they put something on top and cemented that in, drilled a hole in it, and then filled that cavity, like one of the big cavities of a cinder block. They filled that cavity with foamifil. Within 2 days, that cinder block exploded. I just went. So make sure you get the low E. What'll happen is it'll just it'll slowly find a way to release the pressure, and it'll just shoot out through there. And then if it's against the wall that you want to clean up, all you got to do is just take one of those hacksaw blades, take it off the hacksaw. But yeah, I've done all kinds of home renovations and house reconstructions and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, if he's got the low E, yeah, that's great. That's the stuff that you should be putting around your windows. Like, if you feel a draft, yeah, pull your jams and your frames off. Put your jams and your frames back on. Wait 2 days though. Wait 2 days. Put that foamifil around. Wait 2 days. Wait for it to come to fill the cavity that it's filling and come out. You don't want to trap that in, because it will crack the glass. But yeah, just pull your frame off, like the outside frame, the dress frame. You pull that off, spray around it. You let it sit for 2 days. Don't do nothing with it. Just let it sit for 2 days. After 2 days, flatten it out with a knife or some sort of way to cut the excess foam. Put your outer frame pieces back on. Good to go. Piece of cake. I even had like when I was helping my buddy look for a house. It was kind of funny. He goes, "How do you know all this stuff?" So I watched all kinds of home renovations projects. I've done all kinds of home renovations projects. I watch the home renovation shows to keep up with what the new materials are and if there's any new codes. This is just, it's interesting to me. This is, when it comes to the safety and security of the house, it's not just what you see, it's all the stuff that you don't see. Like, yeah, the drywall may look like it's, yeah, it's a good coat of paint, but are the studs behind it rotten? Thank you. Yeah. like I was saying before a few people came in, John Lobley was the only one in. I emailed the links to the videos so that I could get approval from Firmu about the videos that I made, because I didn't want to post anything that they think might damage their company's reputation or core values or whatever. I want to make sure that they're on board with it. But I wasn't getting any response from them, and I was like, you know, how am I supposed to promote your continuously promote with an unboxing video if you won't take a look at it, if you won't take a look at it to find out if it's if you want me to do it over again. So I just published them this morning. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's the thing about throwing stones in a glass house. If you live in a glass house, you should not be throwing stones. Plain and simple. Like, I am terrified of snakes. I'll always admit that. I'll never deny it. I am absolutely, uncontrollably terrified of snakes. Peace. As soon as I see a snake, I peace out. I either peace out or I freeze. One of the two is going to happen. So, I don't laugh at other people for their fears of anything, because, who knows? They may not be afraid of snakes and try to stick one in my face. I'd rather be empathetic and, comfortable with that person to be able to say, listen, I realize that I'm not afraid of, like, if I was your neighbor, if I wasn't afraid of mice, I'd go looking for the thing for you. Say, hey, let me go take care of this for you. We're neighbors. We're supposed to be nice to each other. We live in the same community. Let me help you. Let me freaking take care of this mouse, get him out of there, and then you can, be happy. The happier you are, the happier the neighborhood is. The happier the neighborhood is, the more peaceful the neighborhood is. Yeah, the same thing, And we used, like, when my parents lived in the house, like before they sold the house and moved into an apartment. We used to have a pond. We built a pond in the backyard as a water feature, and every now and then we'd have tons of frogs. And my mom was like, oh, "Frogs are so disgusting in the pond." I said, "But the thing about it is, frogs and toads will tell you there's no snakes around, because the toads and the frogs don't go anywhere near where the predator that eats them is. As soon as you see the frogs are gone, keep your eye on the ground, because there might be a moving rope." What else eats spiders? Cats. Cats eat anything that moves, anything they can catch. Hey, Andy. Yes, yes, yeah. Salute to all the military, the civil, uh, all our civil servants and military that have put their lives on the line for all of us at home. But yeah, it's I don't know why anymore people don't look out to help each other. Like I said before, like, if you're afraid of spiders, and I'm not, call me over. I'll kill a spider for you, and I'll make you feel safer. If you're afraid of mice and I'm not, I'll come over and catch the mouse, get rid of it, so you can feel happier and safer in your own home. Oh yeah, I'll bet with all the rain there'd be all kinds of frogs all over the place. But I heard that Manila is a nice place to visit. You just wouldn't want to live there. Yeah, if I was in your neighborhood, Nicole, I'd say, give me a dangle. Let's go. I'll go over there and I'll wrangle that little bastard up and get rid of him for you. I might charge you 2 cookies, though. 2 chocolate chip cookies. Not a bad price to get rid of a rodent, huh? But I'll tell you this much: if I see a snake, I'll be in the shed with you. With wet pants. Yeah, but yeah, I don't like snakes. Hell no. uh, it's just a matter of like intently listening for that little zoning in on it, and then using the scent of like cheese, like a really rank cheese works, like Lindberger. I don't know what it is about the Lindberger cheese, but they go frickin' nuts over it. The worse it smells, the more they want it. But putting that down, like finding where they're whereabouts they're at. You bring a little nugget of that out. Oh yeah, it's like that anywhere. Like you come to my city, like my city only has like 43,000 people in it. 43 or 50,000 people or something like that in it. It's grown since the last time I saw the population number. But even in this city, this community, okay, there's areas where it's like, party on, Wayne, party on, Garth, like let's have some fun. And there's other areas it's like, thriller. It's just a matter of, where you're at. You just got to make sure that no matter where you're at, keep your wits about you, keep your eye on your surroundings. Yes, that's right too. Everybody, today is Nicole's wedding anniversary. 14 years ago, her and her husband put the ring on the finger and cemented their relationship. So, congratulations, Nicole. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. I was like, I know there was something I was supposed to remember on Remembrance Day, and leave it to me to forget something on Remembrance Day. Uh, yeah, every city has their issue. Every town, every city, every community. You have your areas or your locations where you're going to have your really good people who are just there to help each other out, and safety, security amongst their neighbors, friendliness amongst the neighbors. And you're going to have other neighborhoods where it's like, you don't even want to look at it too long because it might bring your mood down. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Yeah, there's neighborhoods like that all over the world. It doesn't just have to be, you know, there are no good parts of London. Oh, that's uh, that depends on your perception. Yeah, it's when I saw that my live stream was actually going to be on Remembrance Day, I was like, okay, I got to do something for Remembrance Day. Wear my poppy, and this poppy here, it's an interesting poppy. It has a like the button in the middle. Normally it's all felt and it's just got a single stick spin or stick pin. Like I've got one here. This is this is a poppy I bought. Oh shit. Probably about 10 years ago. This one. Okay. And it's just a red flower with a black center. And it's just got this I don't know if you can see it. It's just got a single straight pin that you weave in and out of your cloth to hold it in place. Thing about it is, you take your jacket off, and then the next time the wind blows, off it goes, and you end up losing these things. So my mom and dad go to this Legion all the time, and they found these. They found these ones and you'll notice the center there is shiny, and it's got a backing on it, like an earring backer. Okay, and it comes to a website. Where's that? That one. You go to this website on your mobile device, okay, and you scan the poppy, and then all of a sudden, a military soldier from Canada, you get a bio of them and a bio of the soldier, a picture of them, and whatever like that. So I thought it was like super cool, So, and my mom got this for me last year, so thank you, Mom. But yeah, that's our tradition about poppies. Oh, you're going back to Ireland next week? Oh, sister-in-law's second anniversary? Nice. That's funny, Nicole. That is really funny. You only did it so this way here would remind you. Nice. 36 years. Wow. Congratulations, Paul. That is a very long time to be picking up anybody else's shorts up off the floor. Congratulations. My mom and dad, they got married in 1968. So this coming year, it'll be 57 years in August. So, that's a long time. Try to remember to not get married so you don't forget. Wow. Sorry to hear about your sister-in-law. That's that's tough. That like um my uncle Eli on my dad's side, um, he passed away last year, roughly around this time. I think it was last year around this time. Yeah, it's so easy to forget when, a lot of times when somebody passes away. I can't remember when he, you know, it's not like we were really close back when, I was driving and working and, when things were going great. And we could just, hey, let's go for coffee or let's go, here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there. But when all of a sudden I, you know, couldn't drive anymore, didn't really go out too much anymore, you kind of split apart a little bit. But it's been a while since he's been gone. Um, yeah, life goes on. Um, just to let you guys know, in an upcoming live stream, it's still in the works of being set up. I'm gonna have an ophthalmologist uh, come up on the panel and introduce some new technology for people with sight problems. Um, he's been on my panel before. It's Dr. Gary Asano, uh, and he's been really, really working. He's been working with some really interesting technologies to assist um, people with sight problems. So it'd be interesting to see, hear about the gadgets that he's working on, hear about all the information about it. And that's why, we've decided, someday in the probably near future, hopefully, we can get together and, use a platform to promote the awareness of these problems and the possible solutions for these problems. Yeah, my cousin, I got two cousins that are buried just like literally around the corner. Like there's the city cemetery just literally within walking distance from where I live. And to ask me if I can remember exactly where their stones are, nope. And I was pallbearer for both of them. Like my one cousin, he passed away 2002, and my other cousin, he passed away in 2012. Hard to believe it's been 12 years. And his brother's the only one left. His mom passed away earlier this year. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I got some news for you guys. One of the idiots, or one of, I shouldn't say one of the idiots, one of the people, okay, and I'm sorry for saying idiots, but one of the people that was harassing me and slandering me has taken down all his nasty shit about me and apologized. So I'm just glad that he finally saw the error in his ways, and I want to express a very warm thank you for doing the right thing. Um, you know, pushing out a narrative of somebody committing crimes that they've never committed is just a nasty behavior. So, thank you for doing the right thing. I appreciate that very much. And hopefully we can move forward in a more peaceful way. And he put out a challenge to me on one of his videos, challenging me to PvP game that I've never even heard of. And say, oh, whoop your ass. Yeah, of course you'll whip my ass. Number one, your character is at level what, 99? Mine would be at level 1. Number two, you know every inch of this game. I have never even heard of it. Number three, I don't like PvP games because it's always the people that have either bought their way through the game or have grinded the game to the point where they know everything about the game, and they're the most powerful character on the game. They're always the ones preying on the people who are just getting into the game, making it not fun for them, and then having them leave. So that's why I don't like PvP games. And usually, if it's like PvP match games, like World or it's that one that's very popular. Uh, it's a army one. Um, I just can't stand it. It's the most popular one, and I can't even remember it because I don't play it and I won't play it. But I don't like the PvP games because I always end up with some idiot or some person who is just going around looking to get team kills, and they're always on my team. Like, so I'm like, nah, I don't do the PvP thing. I do the player versus environment, um, player versus computer. I do those, and I have fun doing that. But if you're looking for a competition game, no, it's not going to happen. I'm the type of person who I want to work on a team with people against the situation of the environment of the game's mechanics. It's just more productive, more stress relieving for me than going around and hunting, and it's just not my style. Like, I've been playing World of Warships for over a year, and I only go into PvP whenever the clan I'm in needs to get a certain amount of XP for the naval battles. Other than that, I say screw that. I play the co-op missions, which is players versus environment. The operations missions, which is players versus environment story, or this new mode that they put in, which is the Star Trek adventure. I play that a lot because there's a lot more rewards to it. You had a PS1, gave it away, was taking over your life, no more games since. Wow. I find, it's something to totally distract me from what's going on in the outside world. Like, with the elections and and the results of the elections, and the stuff that was being done that was harassing me, and life in general, I find it a distraction to just focus in on something that isn't that. That's why I play games. Like, I'll play games like Skyrim. Skyrim is one of my favorite games. I know everything there is to know about that game. I can tell you where to find anything. um Farming simulator, I think the mechanics is fun. The monetary system is interesting, and the whole agricultural thing, like supply, demand, uh you know economic resource, that's all interesting to me. So it's something to keep my mind engaged, so this way here I don't go completely mental and become completely delusional. The more you keep this going, the better off you'll be. uh and my cousin and I, um well, there's my cousin, a friend of ours, and my brother and myself. We get together every other week and we play board games. We'll play like Stock Ticker. We'll play Seven Wonders. Uh, you know, Lords of Waterdeep. You know, who knows what we're gonna play? We're just gonna get together, have some fun, talk, catch up for lost times, play some board games, and have a great time. You know, one of those things. Um, and it's just something to wind down the stresses of the outside world. Just to let it go. So that's why I play games, and they're fun. If you do something that's enjoyable, it's never a waste of time. Oh, Gran Turismo. I miss that game. My favorite Gran Turismo version was Gran Turismo 4 on the PS2. Yeah, it's just a matter of, like you do your work and then you play your games when you've completed your tasks. For me, I play the games when I first wake up and then just before I go to bed. Just kind of wind myself up for the day and then wind myself back down for the day. Just to forget the or to bring in the new environment of the day, and then at the end of the day, I'll play some games just to let go of what happened. Okay, well, let's go take a look at them. I'm not going to put them up on the screen. Oh, yeah, that's going to take a little while to get through. That's going to take a little while to get through. Yeah, I'll take a look at that right after the live stream, and then I'll send you a message about it. Yeah, like wake up with it with a coffee, and just kind of go through the motions, and just kind of get your mind ready for a mentally challenging day. And then at the end of the day, you're just playing just to get rid of the stresses of the day. That's why here you can go to bed happy. The happier you go to bed, the happier you'll wake up. Guaranteed. And the better sleep you'll get too. You want to know the secret to a really, really happy, fulfilled life? Go to bed happy. See, me, I can't smoke weed. Like I can, but it's really not good for a guy in my situation because I'm already a little bit overweight, and I'll admit that. Um, if I was to smoke weed, it would cost me 5 times as much as it does right now for groceries. Because as soon as I butt that thing out, oh, I'd be emptying the fridge, emptying the cupboards, emptying the pantry. I would be out of groceries within a week. And the other thing that happens to me ain't going to be said on my channel. Yeah, never go to bed bad energy. Never go to bed with bad energy. You go to bed with bad energy, that's your time. When you go to bed, when you go to sleep, that's when you tell your body, okay, it's time to repair yourself. If you go to bed with bad energy, your body will not repair itself. You'll wake up twice as hurt in the morning. So if you go to bed happy and feeling fulfilled, when you go to bed, your body's going to, do that stretching. Your body's going to, reset itself properly. Like think of all the times you've gone to bed, you know, pissed off at the world. You woke up with a headache more than times out of 10 than not. I know I have. Anytime I went to bed angry, I'd wake up and I'd have a monster killer headache. Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to I've smoked cigarettes for a very long time. I'm not going to say how long, but a very long time. And I found a good quality cigar, like even a cigarello, like a Colt or a honey. Like we got these. You can go to the reserve and get these honey cigarellos. Basically, they're cigar leaf, like cigar style leaf, packaged into the same size as a cigarette, but they burn twice as long. And you can get them in different flavors, but I always like the honeys. Um, the Colts with the wine tip, those I always like those. Um, I wasn't really big on Cuban cigars, like the big fat, mafia boss style cigar. Um, I smoked a few of those, and I was like, yeah, it's all right, congratulations on your baby, but this thing here takes too long to smoke. But just you quit smoking 32 years ago. Good for you, Paul. Yeah, yeah. When you go to bed angry, your mind never shuts off, and when your mind doesn't shut off, you don't get any sleep. And when you don't get any sleep, your body doesn't repair itself. When you sleep, that's your body's chance to repair itself for the day. Hey, Joe Schmo, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, you get those big fat cigars, the ones that are like almost a foot long, about the size of a silver dollar, or even the size of a quarter. You get a cigar the size of a quarter, about a foot long. Yeah, it takes forever to smoke that thing. Like waiting for black coffee to cool down. Bitch, how long is it gonna take? And I drink black coffee. I've been drinking black coffee for God. I think I was 19 when I started drinking black coffee. I'm 53 now. So yeah, I've been drinking black coffee for quite a while. People ask me how I like my coffee. I say I like my coffee like I like my women, hot, wet, and all day long. Plain and simple. When they ask me how do I take it, I said I take it seriously, very seriously. Just a young fella. You're not that much older than I am. But um, Joey Logano won the championship, the NASCAR championship. Congratulations to him. You're turning 69. So you learned to drive when I was born. Joey Logano won the championship. This was one of those odd years where all four of the chase contenders, like the championship contenders, it didn't bother me which one of them won it because they were all like really nice guys, and they were good for the sport. They're hard competitors, but they were also fair competitors. So I love seeing a competition where those kind of competitors win the championship, where they're really really they strive to be the best, and they do it fairly. They do it within the rules, and they don't hurt anybody else's chances intentionally to move forward. I was born in 71. You were born in 56. Oh, 66. Yeah, so you're about halfway between me and Paul, Joe. So yeah, take care, bud. Yeah, you got my phone number. Just if you think of something that I need to take a serious look at, give me a shout. Hit me up on text. She asked, which was me. That's a compliment and a half. Hey, no problem, bud. I just happened to be, like I was finishing up for the day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna watch some videos before I go to bed. And as soon as I turned on YouTube, bang, right in the middle, top row, right in the middle, Fourth Impact's live, and I was like, oh, they're just going live. Click. And I was like, yeah, I wonder if Paul knows. But yeah, it was just one of those things where, you know, I just noticed that they were live, and I was like, I wonder if Paul knows, because there was no real I don't remember hearing of anybody saying there was an announcement that they were going to be live. I was like, whatever. If I see them, I'll see them. I'll go in there and say hi, and say hello to a bunch of the friends that I got over there, and it was a good time. If you guys want to see a really fun live stream, Fourth Impact, they got a fun live stream. But I don't know what else we can talk about here. My favorite Canadian candy bar? So many to choose from. Like, I definitely have a top, like a list, but I can't really say which one is my absolute favorite. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in at a time. Because like there's sometimes where I just want a good old big Turk, just gnaw on that licorice and just kind of chew on that for a little while. Sometimes I want the crispiness of that Mr. Big, the wafer in the middle of that chocolate bar in a Mr. Big. Sometimes I go back to you know a memory where when we were moving from the city that I'm in now to the town I used to live in for a long period of time. My uncle took me in his car for the trip when we were moving. We stopped off at a variety store, and he's like, "I want to get a pop and a chocolate bar. You want one?" Sure. So we went into the store, and he picked up, and I said, "I'll just have what you're having." We picked up two Dr. Peppers and two O. Henry bars. We each had one. I have not stopped drinking Dr. Pepper. I was 6 years old at the time. I have not stopped drinking Dr. Pepper and eating O. Henry chocolate bars since. But whenever sometimes I'll be in the mood for a coffee crisp or an Arrow or a Tootsie Roll. You put a bag of Tootsie Rolls in front of me, oh, I am going to have a freaking good time with those things. Sometimes I just, want something simple and grab a Mars bar. It all depends on the mood. Like I'll be standing there in front of the counter with all the chocolate bars and all the candy, and sometimes I just grab onto the Reese's Buttercups. All depends on it's mood enhancing what I grab for. Yeah, buying imported food in the Philippines. Yeah, and a lot of the times, uh, because of the travel distance, like you guys are all the way on the other side of the world, literally 12 hours away on the clock. Uh, it takes a very long time to get there, and the chances of it spoiling halfway, like spoiling to get when it gets there, are huge. Oh yeah, I'm a junk food junkie. Yeah. There's some things that you know I know they're really bad for me, but it's like they just taste so good, you know. Uh, yeah, you have a great night there, Nicole, and I'll take a look at those that email, and I'll give you a assessment on it as soon as I end the live stream here. But yeah, the yeah, like I'll sit back. Like my brother, he brings over chips while we watch TV on Fridays, and then I'll cook dinner. Um, Sometimes he'll just say, "Screw it, we're ordering pizza on pan." I'm like, "All right, whatever." Uh, in a way, it kind of is if you think about it, because wasn't the art of making cheese done many years over in Europe prior to America's discovery? Like, there's so many foods that we have that have been adopted as oh, this is ours, But when you think about it, some of those processes were adopted from treats and processes done in the countries the original settlers came from. We're doing so. Oh yeah, yeah. One thing would be interesting in the Philippines is greenhouse, like building greenhouses for food production. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The French are known for their cheeses. Like they serve cheese with frickin' everything. Um, yeah, but when you get to looking at like uh, foods that have been adopted by countries as a signature dish, like everybody thinks Italian when you think pizza, but it was actually invented in the United States. People think um, shepherd's pie, you know, in the United States, and it's like no, it was done first in like Scotland and Ireland and England. So it's the process that was brought over and just refined, not so much as the actual dish itself. Um, I think one of the things that we have is poutine. That was designed right here in Canada. Nobody else started doing it until they started going, hey, I tried that thing over in Canada. And damn, was it tasty. It's probably very bad for the blood flow, but it was tasty. Yeah. Oh, I'll bet their bread is hard too. Like you get a French stick. Oh, have you ever watched Corsican Brothers, where the one brother was about to get his head chopped off, and the guy put a breadstick in there? He goes, "Yeah, these things are hard as a rock." Cheese eating surrender monkeys. Yeah, like they bounce back and forth. Like it was, you know, they may as well just say food is an earth thing. Okay, leave it at that. Let's not try to divide by country anymore. It's an earth thing because it's being done all the way around the planet. And I think that might actually solve the whole, racial divide. which is a stupid thing to begin with. Dividing people by their skin color and their ethnicity and their background. Put that shit aside. Deal with people as an individual, as their individual self. Like, can we just put aside the whole, you belong to this group? Like, why do we need to group people up? People are individual, they're unique. There's reason to believe that there's good in everyone. There's the possibility of good in everyone. So why automatically have a feeling of discourse just because the person appears to not be of the same lineage and heritage as you? That's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous practice that should be abolished and gotten rid of. Like, we don't need to divide each other. We need to unite with each other. We don't need to fight with each other. We need to unite with each other. And maybe by uniting with each other, we actually might stop filling the graves with soldiers. And we can take these remembrance days and say, we learned something. We learned something by their sacrifice. So I think I'm going to end it there, folks. It's been a little over an hour, almost an hour and 15 minutes. So I'd like to thank you all for showing up and spending your valuable time with me, and hope you had fun. It's been a blast for me. So I'd like to thank you all and wish you all peace, love, and happiness. See you on the next one.